Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. We're kicking off a new playthrough on the channel. We're going to play Graveyard Keeper, and we got the Collector's Edition, which is going to have a bunch of DLC on top of the original game content. But this is a game that I know very little about. So I've played around with it for a couple of days just to try and get a feel for the mechanics. But I really don't know much in terms of strategy or any of the content that comes deeper into a playthrough. If you are familiar with the channel, we've played a lot of Stardew, and this game is supposed to be kind of like Stardew in terms of the day-to-day activities, I guess, but more so because you're doing a little bit of farming, interacting with villagers. It's just that kind of experience, but obviously with darker tones. I mean, you're a graveyard keeper. So, bottom line, we don't know much about it, but we're going to try and give this a go. And I know I probably, like, literally in one of the last episodes of Stardew that I played, I mentioned that maybe we will kick one of these off at some point in the near future, and I just figure, why wait? You know what I mean? So, if we're going to play it, let's just play it and record it as we go. So here we go. This is going to be the opening cutscene or whatever, so pay attention. It's an ordinary day, and our hero is hurrying home where someone very important is waiting for him. And look at this. This guy's name, Gary, with a G and 2 R's. That's kind of weird. And now he walks out into the rain, and he's checking his phone, especially when you know that someone loves you. Oh, look at his wife. She's probably at home with kids, because... Oh no! Oh no! What happened? Where is everything?
Calm down, you merely turned a page in your life. A whole new chapter awaits you ahead.
But I need to go home. Can I go home?
There's always a way to get home. Let me see. Your new home is a graveyard.
Does that mean I'm dead?
Means you're a graveyard keeper now.
But I need to go home to my love.
Then you need to be a good graveyard keeper. You should dig up Jerry.
G and 2 R's? Huh?
He'll help you sort everything out.
Who? What a strange vision. What is this nightmare? Alright, let's go find Jerry. So, if we do this, it said new task. And so, as you see those little things that pop up that says new task, for known NPCs, it will show who the task is related to. So for me, I gotta get back home. And then we need to find Jerry. This one I think is gonna take a while, because, yeah. But, let's pop outside, and then this is the basically tutorial point of the playthrough. Come out here, dig up this grave site or whatever.
Holy sod, I'm a skull!
Are you Jerry?
Why would you think I'm Jerry? A man with a red eye told me
that I need to dig up Jerry.
Red eye? I remember. Oh, son, that's right, I'm Jerry. How did you find me?
Man told me that you'd answer all my questions.
Good, good. But first, let me ask you, who are you and where the sod are we? Huh?
I must be dreaming. None of this can be real.
You're the new graveyard keeper. What else do I remember? Let me think. I remember that sound. Let's go check it out.
Everything's so strange. None of this makes sense.
I definitely remember that bell and a donkey. Something is very wrong with that animal. It could be dangerous. You know, I think it'll be better if I wait for you here. I might scare the poor thing.
I love the bouncing skull. And the donkey. Yeehaw! So, Donkeys of the World Unite. We've unlocked a new technology and got Blueprint, Donkeys of the World Unite. I don't really know that this means much other than we've met the donkey. And now, you'll see more.
Got a fresh corpse from the town.
Wow, a talking donkey.
Huh? Yeah, no, you can understand me. Let's talk.
Who are you?
I'm cheap labor. This court is mine, so I have to work for this capitalist bastard who owns it. And I only earn 5 carats a day. The situation is deeply humiliating. You know where I'm coming from, right, comrade? The bastard pretends that he doesn't understand anything I'm saying. Anyway, I need to go back to town. Get rid of this one, and I'll bring you a new one. What a strange land this is.
So he drops off a body. And you see it's at 100%, and it will slowly start to decay, I think.
What are you staring at? Grab that juicy corpse while it's still fresh. What for? I feel like we should take it to the morgue, but I don't remember exactly why. But I'm pretty sure it'll be fun and might be profitable.
Oh, I'm gonna puke.
Let's do it!
Use E to pick up and drop large items. Boop. Or right click. I think you can align the buttons or whatever.
Lord, I like this place. Feels like home. Put the body on the autopsy table, then what's next? Oh yes, slice flesh from the corpse. That should be good for starters. What? No! Get out of here. This ain't right. Sure, it's not right. How could I forget? Maybe it's because I'm a talking skull with amnesia. Is it right that you don't know where you are? Is it right that I'm a skull? Nothing is right here. So shut the sod up and do what I tell you.
You promise you tell me how to get home.
You just need to trade the meat in the Village Tavern for a beer. That's all. Just trade the meat in the village for a beer. And then you go home? I don't know. Talking skulls never lie. And then bring the beer to me.
Alright, so we've unlocked a new technology and got a blueprint for a preparation place, a pallet, and we can now extract flesh. So we can now build some stuff. Like this is an autopsy table, which I think is like a examination point or whatever they just called it. So if we do the autopsy, here's what I understand. Red, these represent sins of the person, and they specifically like the 7 deadly sins. There's, you know, greed, avarice, envy, lust, pride, gluttony. I forget which other one I'm missing. But anyway, avarice, that's greed. I don't remember. But anywho, you can do things to like get rid of the sins, but taking the flesh is not one of them. Taking the flesh actually, I think, adds a sin and maybe even removes a white skull, which I believe are supposed to be good deeds. Ultimately, you want bodies to have no red skulls and lots of white skulls. Like ideally like 4 white skulls, I think, is kind of what you're shooting for. So if we take this body, well, I can't take it yet because I need to remove the flesh. So extract flesh, yes. And now we actually have to do it. So you're kind of queuing up a job, and then you actually have to perform the work, which takes energy. Now, we've unlocked a new technology. We can create a burger, a sandwich, or bake meat from dead body flesh. That's kind of gross, but that's just part of the game. So,
that's disgusting. You'll get used to it.
So what should I do with the corpse?
I don't know. Let's bury it. Take the corpse. I'll wait for you in the graveyard.
So, if we look at the corpse now, okay, it didn't add a red skull, but it took away a white skull. I had 2 whites and 1 red, so there we go. There's nothing else that I can do over here. What is that? Insert. Anyway, we'll take the body out to the graveyard, which is over here, as indicated by the floating yellow arrow. And as you can see, this graveyard is in pretty bad shape. Cobwebs, things are falling apart, no decorations over here. This is just an empty, like, this is a fresh one. No decoration whatsoever. And that'll make sense shortly. Alright, so let's come up here, and now if I, like, do this, it tells me what tasks I have with old Jerry here.
Let's bury it.
Okay. Alright, blueprint desk. Use the blueprint desk at the graveyard. Mark a site for the grave, then dig it with your shovel. Carefully put the body, or what remains of it, in the grave, bury, decorate. Warning, do not use goat skulls and upside down stars for decoration. So this is kind of what they should look like when they're nice and tidy. Obviously, we don't have much of that going on. These are like, have weeds growing over them, and it's sad. So, let's do it. He gave me a rusty shovel, and now I come over here to this table, and I can build a gravesite. Like, I already have that technology. I already have the technology to build a flower bed, but I need 2 pieces of stone, 1 piece of peat crafted at a compost heap, and 2 red flowers. Can't do that because I don't have that stuff. But we can craft a gravesite. We're gonna just pop it up here, I guess. And now we come over here, set the body down, dig the grave, and see the body was down to 90%. We inter the corpse, and boom. Now, since there was a red skull, hang on.
This burial certificate, I remember money, alcohol. Alcohol? I sure used to like it a lot. Oh, son, here comes the bishop. He's your boss.
So this is the bishop. He talks funny.
Oh, I know. Ask him about the burial certificate. He should know something. I better leave now. I'll be in the morgue waiting for my beer.
Dear me, why am I so tired? Why do I have to come to work every week? So, here's the bishop. Hey, Mr. Bishop. Oh dear, the new beekeeper. We've been expecting him for 30 years, but he pretends there's nothing wrong. Okay, it's awkward. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but the graveyard's a mess. Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I can see that. There's no way I'm promoting you to cleric until you fix it. Alright, so when you come across, like up here, it'll say, up here in this corner, it will show you the location of where you are. And the graveyard has a rating. So, well, I guess maybe some of the other locations have information. The graveyard quality, church appeal, etc. Repair graves to increase the graveyard's overall equality. So this is before, this is after. You probably need special resources to do that. Okay. Now, I've unlocked a new technology. So apparently dude told me how to make a humble wooden marker. As soon as the graveyard quality is at least 5, I'll be pleased to promote you. So we have to get it up to 5. Got that? You look like a spiritual leader, and I'm a good judge of character. I'm good at everything. That's why I was chosen, to represent his will. Your predecessor used to keep stuff in a trunk around here. You should check it. Better check it. I'll come back next week. In fact, I come here This is the symbol for pride. So he comes on Pride Day. Maybe I'm not dreaming. Did I eat something funny? Oh, he's waiting. What should I say? Why hasn't you come here? It's part of my duty. The unpleasant part. It's kind of an old tradition. I don't know much at all about traditions and rituals. I'm just here to represent his might and glory. I have one tiny question. What is this burial certificate? As soon as a body has been laid to rest, you can trade its burial certificate for money at the tavern. Oh! So, Bishop's Choice. We've unlocked a new technology and got Blueprint, Bishop's Choice. I think that just means now he can give me burial certificates. But I now have a new task. Did you see that? I'm not the keeper. I was going home from work. I need to go home. There's Talking Skull. He forced me to butcher a corpse. A fine joke. I'm a humorist myself. Here's one. Who is BB? Who? I am. Ha ha! What? Blessed and beautiful. How can I fix the graveyard? Just repair all the graves. It wouldn't even take me an hour, but it's your job. We already saw this. Okay, about this certificate. Can you tell me more? I think you already... Okay. It's your payment for laying our brethren to rest. It's all part of an agent contract between the town and the village. As soon as the body's been laid to rest, you can trade... Okay, you already told me that. Oh god, this seems to be too complicated to dream.
returns to the heart of the glorious land. The palace and the cathedral, everything is here. You should see it for yourself. But in those clothes, that would be rather funny.
How do I get to town?
It's not far from the village. Just head south from the tavern.
Okay. So the village is where the tavern is. I ask him where that is, and he says,
just go east from the graveyard gate along the old stone road.
Alright. No more questions.
If you run out of repair kits while fixing the graveyard, you can always craft new ones.
Alright, so, tutorial technologies. To craft new items, you'll need to unlock the relevant technology. This costs tech points by pressing the tab, press tab, and you can open the technology tree. Red points represent handcrafting and your ability to work with materials. Green points represent your knowledge about the nature of things and nature itself. Blue points represent spiritual knowledge of the immaterial world. You'll get your first blue at the study table in the church basement. You earn points simply by doing anything. Well, not anything. Like if I run around, I don't get points, but if I cut down a tree or pick a flower, yeah. Also, you can get points by studying new items at a special table. Okay, we've unlocked new technology. We have the concept of stones. We have a stone stockpile, and we can gather rocks. We can also gather sticks and small trees and put them in a timber stockpile. Cool. And here's the technology tree, and now you can see here, this is the clock, essentially. Sun is right above us, which tells me it's like midday, basically. I have one green point. Not gonna do me any good, but like there are different tabs up here. We have anatomy, where I can learn things about the body, and alchemy. Theology, we have stuff down here. Like this is one that we might want to eventually try and do. Be able to build wooden grave fences, better wooden crosses. Like this adds 1 to the graveyard quality. This adds 2 to that grave site. We'll talk more about that later. Then you get more advanced, and you can do these fancy gravestones that are carved. You can do cremation. Then we have book writing, farming and nature, we don't know anything about. Smithing, we don't know anything about. Building, we already saw this tab. Sawing, firewood, woodcutter, stonework, mining, etc., etc. And cookery. I've got that one, but that's it. Now, if I look at the map, we're here. There's the morgue where we were. Up here is my home. I haven't even seen that yet. And then, looks like down here is something. There's a bridge over there. Maybe we should check that out. But everything else is cloudy because we don't know. We just don't know, guys. Alright, so remember, they told us to head on into town to the... Wait, I gotta grab this stuff first. Boop. And now, like, these repair kits will work on these grave sites. I don't have to get them out. As long as this is close by, I can just come over here, and if it's wooden, it'll use a wood repair kit. Which is nice. I don't have to actually go to the trunk, get it, and use it. Now these, rusty axe, rusty pickaxe, and rusty hammer, we're going to go ahead and grab, because we want those. Now, only the hammer went into our inventory, and the reason for that is because the other ones, like, they go in here. I don't know why it showed it in there when really it went in here. Just a little bit of a glitch, but no big deal. Alright, now follow the yellow arrow into town. You can see I've already used a little bit of energy digging that grave site. I don't know where Jerry went. Clock is ticking. We gotta get to town and get some stuff done. And remember, these are our... We want to get a beer from the tavern, reach 5 quality at the graveyard. That's going to take us a little bit. I can pick a flower on the way. I don't want to... They kind of like... There's a guy up there, obviously guarding the gate. Can't go up there yet. You don't want to get too distracted. I feel like time moves pretty quickly. One day from what I understand, is like 9 or 10 minutes in real time. So the days go by pretty darn quick. So if you have a task that you need to you want to get done that day, you better go get it done. Alright, so we're coming in here. Hello! So there's a couple people that it looks like it wants us to talk to.
You must be the new graveyard keeper.
So I've been told.
How'd you know?
Oh, if you live as long as I have, you'll learn how to read people too.
Where are my manners? I'm Mrs. Jane, Horadric's wife.
Nice to meet you. I have a few questions about... Oh, you better talk with my husband. He's in charge around here. He's not only the tavern keeper, but also the elected head of the village. Besides, he really does like to talk. All I can do is sell you some recipes. So I can get cooking recipes from her, it sounds like. So here, this is Horadric. He's hanging out at the bar.
Welcome to the Dead Horse Tavern. I'm Horadric. How can I help you?
I came from the graveyard. I woke up here today, and things have been crazy since then.
Oh, I'm sorry, I could not have recognized you.
Or how could I not have recognized you?
Good, this is good. Things look right around for a small village here. When are you planning on opening the church?
I need to fix the graveyard first.
Sure. It's been a while since anybody took care of it. So let's get down to business, shall we? How can I help you?
About this burial certificate. The bishop told me you'd buy my burial certificates. He's right.
As a head of the village, according to the Yankee contract, I treated for money.
So we did that. Got some cash.
Of course, only if I have any money.
What do you mean?
The village is going through hard times. We're short on money.
So you gonna tell me you just took my burial certificate and didn't pay me?
But as soon as you open the church, pilgrims will bring lots of shiny coins to the village.
This guy's over here playing dice by himself. By the way. Do you know how I can get back home? My darling is gonna be so worried.
You're at the Dead Horse.
Alright, it looks medieval. Maybe I traveled through time. And what year is it now? He's like, year? What do you mean? The time it takes for the Earth to revolve around the sun?
Oh, you've been listening to that astrologer's nonsense. Everybody knows the Earth is flat. But I get you. It's 200 after the ancient contract. 210 after... never mind.
What is the name of our beloved kingdom? The kingdom?
And it definitely not beloved here in the village. You have any other questions?
How can I get a town pass? We're gonna ask all these questions.
It's rather complicated. The Inquisitor can grant you a town pass, or you can just purchase citizenship.
He shrugs a lot.
Let me think. You know, there's one villager who could help you. Mrs. Charm. Maybe she can help you.
I have this fresh meat. I want to trade you.
Meat is a delicacy in the village. I'd be glad to buy it. I just need to see the royal stamp, royal meat stamp on it.
What? So I got a new task.
Many years ago, there was an accident with inappropriate meat. Ever since, all meat must be authorized by royal authority. I don't need any trouble with the town. Does your meat have a stamp?
See, this one's locked. I can't even say that. Nope.
I don't even know where you can get unauthorized meat, but wow, it looks really good. Without a stamp, my hands are tied.
Where can I get the stamp?
Oh, you can send a form to the royal court through the mailbox near your church, but it costs you a bundle. There's another way. I'll tell you just because we're neighbors. Come closer. There's this guy called Snake. I think he has a fake royal stamp. Be on the side scene for a while. There's Miss Charm. She comes here every...
This is, I think, Lust Day.
I bet she can help you find Snake.
Thanks, man. We'll trade when we get back. For right now, let's leave. He's like,
alright, King, would you kindly take this letter to our local blacksmith, Creswald?
Sure. Where can I find him?
Southeastern corner of the village.
Alright, so we have a new task. He gave us this letter to the blacksmith. So we gotta go find the blacksmith. And they said southeast corner of the village. So we're gonna just kinda come down this direction. And here we have a blacksmith. Hey man, what's happening?
Hey, what are you staring at?
Just looking around. I think I'm the keeper of the local graveyard. May I ask who you are?
I'm the blacksmith. My name's Grisball.
Boom. I have a letter for you from Heradric.
A letter, of course. 1 minute away, and he can't be bothered to come himself. I guess old habits never die. Sorry for nagging. Seems it's my new habit. Slimes again. Heradric asked me to get rid of them. I don't have time for those pesky little green bastards. Maybe you can help. Take his crystal sword and an energy potion. The sword's broken. You can repair it with a whetstone on the grinder right behind me. Keep a whetstone. Maybe you'll need it to repair your shovel sometime.
So he gave me 2 things of energy potion and a whetstone. Thanks, man.
If you manage to kill him, bring me their remains and I'll spare you some materials. I should be right up there on the other side of my house near the pools.
Alright, so this is interesting. When you swing your weapon, it uses energy. In Stardew, that is not the case. But anyway, crafting, gathering, fighting take energy. Fighting has been known to take health as well. Press space to attack. You can always refill your health and energy with food and potions. Sleeping will also restore your health and energy. So there we go. Let's leave, come up here. Now we need to pick the rusty sword, and it will add it to the whetstone we craft, and now we do the work, and it's going to repair the rusty sword. Now we got to come up here. Ah, that was efficient. 3 swings got both of them because they were kind of right by each other. Alright, we defeated the slimes. Here you go. And it looks like he's going to give me some stuff. Boom. 5 simple iron parts.
Good job. Take this whetstone. Just sharpen your broken tools and they'll be as good as new.
We can create green jelly and red jelly. That actually looks pretty good, but it's slime, so... I don't think we really have anything to trade, do we? I mean, yeah. Like, okay, so here's the thing. If I put this, and I go like this, okay, he would give me 2 silver and 11 copper, right? Or that's what it's worth, okay? If I just say okay, it doesn't complete the trade, it just puts them here, and now I know what I can get for it. I don't have enough for a whetstone. Those are really expensive. I could buy iron ingots, but then everything else would be a little bit cheaper. Like if I go like this, I could probably get 7 nails. Not really something that I want to do, but that's how the mechanics work in the game. Like everything has a value, and you're just trading based on that value. Alright, let's get out of here. Cancel offer, yes. And now, remember the bartender, what's his name, Heradric? Let's get these flowers. Oh, no. I can't get those berries yet. Oh my gosh. Alright. Enough of that. Hey! Oh, no. People don't really talk to you if they're moving. I seem to have discovered.
It's good to know you know how to use a sword. Grisball told me about you helped him. Here, have a beer. It's on the house.
So he gave me the beer that, if you remember, Jerry wanted me to get. So we have a beer. We also have this burial certificate that is worth 1 silver and 50 copper. So 100 copper is 1 silver, for those of you keeping track at home. Now, I have no reason to keep this, so let's trade it, and basically the things that he's going to sell me that are, like, worthwhile are going to be food for energy, okay? So we have 150 copper, but it's weird. I've tried to do this to where I added something up that got to exactly 150, and it wouldn't let me trade. Let me demonstrate. So I get this for 80. Let's get this for 30. That's 110. I have 40 left. If I go like this, And then this, like you notice that once I got one of them, the price went up for the next one. Supply and demand. And see, I'm at 150, 110, plus 40, 150. It won't let me trade. You have to come out ahead on the deal, which I don't really like, but it's okay. We'll just get some beets. We'll be left with 5 copper. And like down here, there's stuff that I haven't unlocked yet. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 kind of thing. But let's go ahead and make this trade. And now we have some food for energy. And what I want to do is actually go here and bring it down here so that it is like ready for me to consume. And then this is button number 1, 2, 3, 4. If I hit the button, they eat the food. And there you go. See, all I did was swing my sword and I lost a little bit of health. What's up with that? I'm getting some exercise. That should be good for my health. Now see, it's getting dark already. So we need to get back. Early on in this playthrough, my strategy is going to be to try and get to bed like at a decent hour so that I'm kind of, you know, awake at the typical hours that a person might generally be awake. Let's go up here and get this flower. Can I cut down this tree? I want to use up my energy, so I'm going to try and do it on the way back. So you want to dig up the stump too. You don't want to leave the stumps or else the tree won't grow back. At least that's kind of how I'm just trying to use up my energy. The big log I have to pick up each time. Can I get this tree too? Yeah, I think this will use up pretty much all of my energy. And now, the hard part is going to be that you can't carry 2 logs at once. You can push logs and other materials, but it's a little bit squirrely because they'll want to slip away from you. Hey! Psst. Hey, okay, so there goes the bishop.
Come here. Where you been?
I was at the village. This place is so weird, but it feels so real. Everybody's okay with just appearing out of nowhere. With me just appearing out of nowhere.
So, you're stealing my thoughts. Stealing? I remember there's a cellar in your cottage. Some provisions must be stored there.
So, we can now do gathering. We can get berries, mushrooms, and apples.
Exactly, I remember. Bread. Making bread from it. And pies. Sweet berry pies.
So now I can make dough, pastry dough, and bread.
Toast, onion, toast. Oh, that's good with beer. Sard, you know what? I need a beer. This is beginning to feel like a one-sided relationship. Bring me beer and I'll tell you a lot of important stuff. Like how you can get home.
Questions? I'm gonna ask about this small road. Yes, can you tell?
It was rhetorical. Do I look like a magic head with answers?
Well, technically, yes.
Oh, you smartass. I'll be waiting for that beer at my place. No beer, no answers.
Okay. So, didn't get to give him the beer that he asked me for. If we go like, almost had it. Like right in here. Push this up here. This is my homestead. We got it close enough. Oh, put it in there. Let's do that. Let's dig until we're out of energy. Okay, there we go. And let's go to bed. Now, I could have eaten and stayed up and been productive. For right now, I don't want to, like, work all night. I want to make sure that we're awake during the day so that we can go meet the new... So, like, today is going to be Lust Day, and Mrs. Charm, I think, represents lust. So she should be at the tavern.
This is not good at all. Not good at all. Who do you think you are?
I'm the new graveyard keeper.
Hooray, a kipper. Well, I've been here for... How long? I'm Yorick. I'm so lonely. Poor me. It's too bad you're here. Wait, no, on the contrary, I'm very glad to see you. But we have a rather unpleasant fellow buried here. We'd like to have a new neighbor instead. That sound like something you can help us with?
I'm not sure exactly why I'm here, actually. Jerry only tells me about burying bodies. You're Yorick, and he's Jerry. Funny. I don't get the connection here.
Ah, the half-dead Scar, that jealous bastard. Oh, he can only dream of what peaceful rest we're having. Who am I kidding? It's terrible here, especially that guy down in the lower right corner grave. He's so mean. Could you just get rid of him, dig him up, and throw him in the river? I can give you this license that I stole when I was alive.
What license? He gave me an exhumation permission.
You're such a dummy. To dig up a corpse, you need a license. The old keeper used to buy them through the mailbox near the church.
Alright, so he gave me an exhumation license, and he asked me to remove the dead body in the lower right corner of the graveyard. That one right there. No decorations or anything, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, before I get there, look, we have 9 red and 8 green. We can go here, and let's just get this one first. I think this one is kind of like a pretty common first technology to unlock. We can build a sawhorse, create a flitch, and create wood billets. So let's do that and see it uses up the points. Pretty simple, right? Now, we need to come over here, exhume. See, it's 1 red skull. Now, basically, since this isn't decorated at all, you get no points. And we get -1 for having a red skull. So, if you have a red skull, but you have like a wooden cross, or a wooden marker that's worth 1, they would wash each other out, and my score would be 0. If I were to keep decorating, everywhere above the red skull, I get a point for, right? So the red skulls are bad because they're, you know, a handicap for you. So anyway, wait. So we need to exhume this, yes, and now I need to actually dig it up. Now I have an empty grave sitting there that's -2 because it's just nothing. That's no good. And anyway, come down here, he said, throw it in the river. Oop. So, throw it in the river.
What do you think?
Wait, what voice did I give Jerry?
What do you think you're doing?
The ghost asked me to get rid of a body.
Oh, so what? You're just gonna do everything he asks? Not letting him do anything to you. He's disembodied. Whereas I could bite you to death while you're sleeping. Of course, I'd never do anything like that because we're friends. But you get my point, right? Anyway, if you ask me, the best way to get rid of the body is to burn it. Burn the witches!
Do you know where that river leads?
The river, somewhere down to the town, I think.
How can I burn a body?
You know what? You're one of those guys who looks a lot smarter than you actually are.
Thanks?
That's what I'm talking about.
Huh?
You need fire and some wood. It's a bit tricky to make the whole big thing burn to ash.
Where can I burn it?
You need a nice quiet place, like the place I use for meditation. Across the road from the mortuary entrance, near the cliff.
So, mortuary entrance, across the road, in that area. Sounds like maybe we can cremate some bodies. Alright, tutorial. Known NPCs. Each important character who the Graveyard Keeper meets will appear on the character screen. The character's relation from 0 to 100 is shown below the character. Tasks related to a character are listed to the right of the character. Whoop. His motto, pray, preach, and look like you won the lottery. Some services, so maybe that's why he gets the pride thing. Anyway, some services require a certain level of happiness or relationship or whatever. There we go. Now, we've got all these things here. He wants us to find a stamp and sell meat. That's probably going to take us a while. Reach 5 at the graveyard. That's going to take a while. This one's just going to take forever. And get a beer from the tavern and give it to Jerry. We can do that. But first, let's go to the town and meet what's-her-face. I actually want to come in here and see if Jerry's here. Hey.
Hey, where's my beer?
There you go. Task completed, and he gets plus 20 happiness.
Ah, what a disappointment. I need something stronger. Alright, you seem like a decent guy, so here's some advice. Stop running around bragging that you're from another world. Today, you whisper that to drinking buddy in a tavern, and tomorrow your face is on every boat in the town. If you want to keep yours, just stop it.
Maybe he's right. Or I should be more careful.
So, what was your question?
I don't have any questions. Let's just go.
See you later.
Alright, we're gonna run into town and look for Mrs. Charm. It's already the afternoon. Like, that's how quickly the days move. And that bugs me, because I feel like I can't get anything done. Much like people feel when they play Stardew for the first time. Like, even stopping to pick the flowers, I feel like I'm wasting time. I don't know if I can pick these yet. No, I can't. I can get regular mushrooms, but not those red ones. Now, see here, we're at the wheat farm. It kind of tells you generally where you are as you go. I put my camera location down in the bottom left to try and be strategic about that, because you have the clock up here, you got stuff up there, and then when you pick stuff up, it goes down there. You won't be loved by me. Shooby-doo-wop-bop. Alright. Alright, so we met Mrs. Charm Monroe. Like maybe Marilyn Monroe? Is that a nod to her? We've unlocked the technology and got blueprint, Mrs. Charm Monroe. That just means we met her. Hi. What do you want? Graveyard keeper, and I want to ask you some questions. I see. You know how many times a day I hear that same mumbling. I have no time for you, little man. Come back when you have some more faith in yourself. What? But... Ciao! Hail, friend. Can I have a moment? Who's this guy? What did Mrs. Charm tell you? Literally to go away. Oh, so classy. You never want to talk to... She never talked to just anyone. I'm not just anyone. I'm the local graveyard keeper. Soon to be prior of the local church. How primitive. I'm a well-known poet in certain small circles. My name is Wagner. One day I'll read my poem to her, and then we'll... But first we need to write it, and I'm catastrophically out of paper and ink. You got paper right here. I can see the paper. So, now, we got this journalist thing. You notice the little things about people. Put these things together and you have a story. Sometimes you get stories from dialogues. I don't have the paper or the ink. I need 10 pieces of paper and 1 thing of ink. Ask him where to find it. You may have some of it in your church, or you can make it. I was not used to manual labor, but a skillful man such as you could surely do it easily. Also, you could get some from the old astrologer. He used to go to the lighthouse every... I'm not sure what this one is. It's a moon. Maybe Sloth. He was my supplier before we had a ridiculous fight. I already did that. Ask about the old astrologer. He's old and mad, whereas I've been studying for almost 3 years at the town university. Can you believe he turned out to be an idiot? He told me the earth is round. What nonsense. I'm gonna go with it here because I want to start blending in with these peeps. Yes, it's flat as a pad. This astrologer must be the smartest man around. Maybe he'll be able to help me get back home. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying it. Ask about the lighthouse. It's on the cliff to the east of the village. It hasn't seen active use for a while. Plus the dead horse is staying open. One day I'll write about this place, maybe even a couple lines about you. Alright, later, dude. Now, alright, now we got stuff going on. We have to demonstrate to her that we are worth talking to. I don't know how to do that. We're gonna find paper and ink for him. Yorick is... he wants to be friends, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's head home. Yeah. Oh. I'm a god in the dark. He's a silent knight. Alright, so it's almost like midnight again. We still have a lot of energy, so we gotta find some trees to cut down or something. There's a stump down there I'm gonna go dig up. Now you might be asking, how come I'm only cutting down these smaller trees and I don't think I can cut down those big ones yet? I don't know if I need a better axe or if I need like a different skill. See, pushing the logs up and down is kind of easy, but side to side it wants to it wants to slip away from you. I think I got it here. Oh, no. Ah! Yikes. Come on. It's getting late, and it's pouring down rain. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's just clean this up. Now, here's the thing. You can go to bed even though you have full energy. So, like, I'm going to be kind of strategic with stuff like that. Like, this is all stuff that I can do tomorrow. So, we're going to go ahead and go to bed even though we have full energy, or a fair amount of energy. I'll be up and it'll still be like dawn. You know what I'm saying? How are we doing on time? We should probably call it, actually. I'm so refreshed. Good, it's much nicer without him in the graveyard. I'm still so sad though. I'm so lonely. It was bad when I was alive. I should have been a better person. What do you mean? We're dead, but we still deserve some respect. Oh, fine, I'll tell you. Each corpse is a soul's vessel that bears the mark of his life. Sins are red skulls, and good deeds. Oh, my computer just glitched like crazy. Are white skulls. Even the best decorations can't put a graveyard a peaceful place. Can't make a graveyard a peaceful place when you have it full of red skulls. I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about. I'm sure you don't. Haha. You better take good care of the graveyard. I'll be watching you. Can't do anything, so I'm so sad. Alright, so here we kind of explained. We already explained red skulls versus white skulls. Now, there's also this green skull, which I think... Okay, they have their own unique special spiritual attributes. They get red and white from its body parts. You can change a corpse's blah blah blah. The main way to increase your graveyard's appeal, I think that's what this is to decorate graves with objects that have more decoration stuff. Each line that has both a white skull and a decoration counts as one appeal. Lines that have red never count, but you need to fill them with decoration points to reach white skull lines. Got it? And then, like the bodies, I talked about how they decay. It looks like maybe if they get to 70%, they turn green. Like the skull turns green. I'm not really sure exactly how that works. But you don't want that. Bottom line. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and close it here. And we will call the episode here. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.